A group of crabs were walking on the beach. Suddenly a seagull swept overhead and swooped down towards them. One of the crabs saw it, gathered all his friends together. They form a square and raise their pincers. The moment the gull landed, the whole group attacked and cut it into a bald bird. This is the power of unity. And they're not the only ones who have learned to work together in nature. A colony of ants is carrying food in perfect order. But suddenly, the last ant's buttocks suddenly rise. There's a rush of air behind him. It turns out the lizard ants are onto him. It wants to suck him into its stomach. The officer blew the whistle immediately. At this moment, all the ants dropped what they were doing and pounced on their little friend, and saved him at the critical moment. Under the command of the ant chief, the ants came together to form a huge ball, and finally blocked the anteater's nose, and suffocated on the spot. This is the power of cooperation. A group of penguins are taking a family photo on an ice floe. Suddenly, a shark comes out of the water. A shark swims out of the water and rushes towards them with its mouth wide open. At this moment, all the penguins sense danger. They organize themselves to stand on the other side of the ice floe. The ice floe buckles. The shark is knocked out of its senses. In the vast expanse of yellow land, there's a group of cute little meerkats. Every day, the little meerkats run up a tree and line up to pet a large pomegranate. It's a fresh fruit they've found. They're waiting for it to ripen and have a good meal. But then something happened. There's a vulture in the tree. All the meerkats were frightened and hid in their holes. Now the vulture, as if it could see their worries, it slowly stretched out its claws. As the meerkats looked on in shock, they stole the pomegranate. All the meerkats stood still. At this moment, they don't want to hold back any longer. With their short legs, they chased after the vulture. The vulture senses that something is wrong. He increases his speed and tries to lose them, but he's still caught up with one of them, and with the efforts of his companions. One by one, the little ones. And one by one, the little ones lined up behind the vulture. It's clear they're too weak. The angry vultures flapped their wings, took them on a flying car ride. Then, in a tail-swinging drift, little foxes were scattered. The pomegranate is also thrown out. The excited little foxes hugged him tightly. Then they fell straight down. The vultures aren't going to let them go. They attacked again. Little one was knocked out. The pomegranate is in the hands of his companions. Kept moving the target, trying to distract the vultures. It's a mistake. Vulture intercepts the pomegranate. Pomegranate slipped from his claws and fell straight down. Immediately swooped down at breakneck speed. Manages to grab the pomegranate just before it hits the ground. As he's pleased with himself. One by one, the little ones landed on his back, forming an inverted triangle. Vulture breaks and sends the little ones flying again. You really want to fight with the sky's dominators. Little ones are still far from being able to compete with the king of the sky. Suddenly, a pomegranate came flying in. Little ones were overjoyed. Caught it and threw it to their friends. Were playing happily. The soccer team returning home in triumph. Consciously, they kicked the pomegranate away. They watched. Pomegranate made it to the goal. Couldn't help cheering the result.